What's up, everybody? Ben Razzie here for Odd Chopper, and it is officially that time to welcome bowl season into our lives. That's right, college football. It may seem like it's over, it's just getting started in so many ways. Now we just get out of control because we've got all these bowls, all these matchups, and we need to know who to bet. That's what we're going to do to kick things off on Saturday. We're going to give up. You know what we do? We take a couple games, throw them together, we try to cash that big money parlay. We've been doing it all year. We've hit a couple. We've had a couple near sweats, and we've had a couple where I was so far off it was actually disturbing. Let's hope it's not one of those. We want to welcome everyone in, all things betting here. Take a look around. Subscribe to this channel. Be part of this community. Drop a comment, hit a like button. It all really helps us out, and we appreciate it. But let's get into these picks. Let's have some fun with it. And we're going to get into these games. The first one up for me, Jacksonville State and Louisiana Lafayette in the New Orleans Bowl. An 8-4 Jacksonville State team against a 6-6 Louisiana Lafayette team. I'm taking Jacksonville State. Inside 3. This is the number I want. It's all these have moved all over the place because there's so much stuff going on. I want to be clear with bowl season. Doing the best we can. We're trying to figure out who's in and who's out, who transferred, who got hurt, who's coming back. It's really difficult. Try to keep an eye on the news. Again, it's one of the many reasons you want to be in our Discord. I'll talk about that in a second. But here's what we know. So Jacksonville State, from what I can see, it's all business as usual. 8-4. They made the jump. They really, transitioned in, and they've been fantastic. They really represented themselves well this year. Solid defense, experience at QB with Webb. They run for nearly 5 yards a carry. They're just going to kind of be who they are. I think they'll be able to move the ball here. Don't see any glaring problems. And for bowl teams, unless I'm missing something, they actually look pretty solid. It's not a surprise they don't have as many. Certainly, guys aren't sitting out for the draft. They don't have a ton of transfers, anything like that. It's not glaring issues on this Jacksonville State time. Louisiana Lafayette, it's not a big deal either. They're 6-6. They lost 3 or 4 to close the year. Chandler Fields, the lone quarterback that I think remains. They lost a couple guys in the portal. They lost a key linebacker to the portal. Wasn't a good defense to begin with. They've been giving up all sorts of points. Now, they played some good teams, the Troys of the world, things like that. I just look at Louisiana Lafayette, and I'm not sure the identity. Sure, it's the New Orleans Bowl, and that helps a little bit, but come on. I look at Jacksonville State, feel more confident in their quarterback. I feel more confident in their game plan. I feel more confident in their defense. And the line has kind of reflected that. It has moved and moved and moved. I wouldn't be stunned to see this pressure 3. I mean, it is pressuring 3. I wouldn't be stunned to see it tick to 3 before kickoff. I want to get the parlay started with Jacksonville State -2.5. All right, one on the board now. We got to find another one. I'm going to do that in just a second, but I do want to mention right off the bat, if you are in one of the states that I'm about to mention, Bet365 has got money for you, $150 for you. What are those states? I'll rattle them off real quick, and then we'll move on. New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia, Iowa, Colorado, Kentucky, and Louisiana. If I said your state, listen up. If I didn't, just skip forward a little bit to the next play. If you're in one of those states, all you have to do, link below, bet 5, get 150, whether the bet wins or loses. If you sign up at BetMGM and you bet 5, you're getting $150 in bonus bets. It's that simple. You got to be 21 plus, 18 in Kentucky. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, to the picks. Scrolling, but not really, because all the games are right next to each other. App State -6.5 against Miami of Ohio in a bowl that I don't know the name. Oh, no, the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. I have it written right to the right of the screen, and I still almost didn't know the name. A 43-point total. Now we're getting into the egregiousness. So here we go. Miami of Ohio. No offense to the MAC, but I do think that's the worst conference. I think you can pick on them blindly in bowl season. But here's the big problem for them. Gabbard at quarterback is hurt. Avion Smith comes in. He's got experience. He's very mobile for Miami of Ohio. Problem? He's now portaled. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. I have no idea what they're going to do on offense. It's a true mystery. Again, you can confirm these things, but that is what I'm seeing. Now, App State, they're a solid squad. There's no doubt about it. They lost to Troy. I had Troy in that game. No shame in doing that. They are who they are. Aguilar at quarterback is still there. Stability there. They know what they're doing. Nate Noel, lost him. They're running back to the portal. Probably the best position to have that happen in. They're deep. They're experienced. They've got plenty of guys they can hand the ball off to. I think they do just that. But this read is pretty simple for me. Miami of Ohio has only questions and no answers. App State, everything is pretty much answered. I kind of know who they are. I trust their quarterback. I trust their defense. Their run defense is probably the thing I worry about most. We saw Troy gash them on the ground. I don't think Miami of Ohio could do that even if they wanted to. If they fall behind, it's going to be even worse. App State inside a touchdown, similar to what I said about Jacksonville State. Not sure where this line will be there. So you want to make sure, lock it in now, shop it. Talk about that in just a second. But so far, we got Jacksonville State. Now we add a little App State to the mix. We got to find one more to round this out. We're going to do that in just a second, but I did promise, as I always, I get number one request is on your videos, can you bring up Odd Chopper? Yes, I can do that very quickly and show you. Obviously, this is just one of the many tools, live odds screen, customizable. You've got the leagues, you've got the sportsbook, you've got the bankroll tracker, you have all this type of stuff. You get it all here. If you want to join us, come on in. Again, you can go for the month, you can come in for the week and test it out. You're talking about a couple dollars a day. And we have revamped this package to include the Discord, to include the picks, to include the tools. It is all under one umbrella. I will bring it up for you so you can see this quickly and easily. The link is below. Take a minute and join us. Join the team. See what we're about. See these tools in action. Learn with us in Discord and sweat some games out in Discord too. I'm not going to lie. It's a good time in there. You can use my last name as a 20% off code if you want to save some money at checkout. Just apply it. See the money go down in real time. Save a little money. Hopefully make a little money. That's what we're all about here at Odd Chopper. So again, I really encourage people. You have nothing to lose. If it's not for you, it's totally understandable. But we really believe in this package. And I'm proud to have really all these tools up and running. Been waiting for them for a long time. And the devs did a great, great job. But we need to find a third pick to put on this board. And I am going to this New Mexico State Fresno State game, but I'm going to a total. I'm going over 51 here. I like this spot quite a bit. I know it's a little weird because tempo-wise it doesn't line up, and I'm playing a lot of inferences game, but here we go. New Mexico State, cool team. They won just more games than it feels like their program has ever won. They made it to a championship game against Liberty, and they lost 49-35 in that game. Two really slow offenses put up 84 points. In that game, New Mexico State, I bet the game, and New Mexico State didn't cover. But what you need to know is Pavia, their quarterback, was rolling, and then he hurt it. It looked like an elbow or a shoulder. He hurt an arm. I'll say that much. And he came out, and they put in the backup, and it wasn't as good as that normally is. All indications are he's good to go for this game. He makes this offense go. It's a dynamic offense. He's super mobile, kind of atypical type scheme to prep for. I think New Mexico State's going to have some success here. Then on the other side, Fresno State. It's been a weird team all year. Mikey Keene at quarterback. He's been out of the lineup. He's been banged up. He's been in. He's been out. All indications that I can see, he is here. He's ready to go in the New Mexico Bowl in Albuquerque, ready to rock. If you get the signal callers for both these teams, even with the pace, I think 51 is very generous. I like over that number. I'm expecting both teams to be able to move the ball. It's a bowl game. Maybe there's a little more aggressiveness, some chunk plays, some trick plays. It's not a tempo play, but both of these teams can score. I'm going to round us out here with an over in the New Mexico State, Fresno State game. Who doesn't want to root for points in a bowl game? Let's recap what we've got going on here before we get out of here. And again, if you have any questions at all about the package, about these picks, about this, whatever you want, you can find me in Discord, of course, but also on Twitter at JazzRazDFS. Boom. Look at this. We've got Jacksonville State. We've got App State. We've got the over in the New Mexico Bowl. We put them all together. Getting, I'm sure, about 6-1. It's going to be a little less. Where are we? Plus 575. As, of course, I typed in the wrong spot. Here we go. Plus 575. Change. There we go. See if we can do it. We've done it before. Sure, we'll do it again, but it would be nice to get bowl season off with a nice little parlay winner, at least a sweat. Let's try to get to these afternoon games, or I should say, evening game with a chance, and that's what we're going to do. Just want to say thanks as always. It's been a hell of a year. We're not going anywhere. We're going to have breakdowns for all these games, leading us up to the new year and some great bowl games and the playoff games and all that stuff. But we get it started tomorrow for Jacksonville State, for Appalachian State, and for New Mexico State. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your Saturday. Come back. Join us more here at Odd Chopper. We'd love to have you as part of the community.